Hello friends, today I am going to walk you through on how to solve the 3 by 3 Fisher cube, which is basically a shape mod of Rubik's cube. It's actually fun solving this mod, and we can solve it easily by completing it layer by layer. This was invented and named by famous puzzle inventor Tony Fisher somewhere during 1980s. I'll show you how to complete the mod with knowledge of just 4 easy algorithms which you already will know when solving a Rubik's cube. There is a parity challenge, which is actually not a parity, that comes up during the last layer, and I will demonstrate on how to easily crack that problem when we reach the last layer. So watch out for that. It is good to have an understanding of a 3 by 3 Rubik's cube, a standard Rubik's cube and its layers. But with this tutorial, you should be able to solve the Fisher cube without having to compare it with Rubik's cube. Let's start with some introduction to the Fisher cube. I've bought this nice cube made up of carbon fiber, and the different colors are on the boundaries, unlike the usual cube, but it's the same. It has nice lubrication and moves very swiftly between the pieces like this. Like Rubik's cube, it has 6 colors: white opposite yellow, red opposite orange, and blue opposite green. It has 6 centers: the white center and the yellow center, and this looks exactly similar like a Rubik's cube, and 4 centers on the middle layer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and these centers on the middle layers have 2 colors. Let's talk about the edges. There are totally 12 edges. There are these 5 sided edges. So these have 5 sides and they look like a house shaped edge. So there are 4 edges with the yellow color which are house shaped, and 5 sided edges on the white side. There are also rectangle shaped edges on the middle layer, these ones, and these are monocolored edges. These rectangle shaped edges can be put either ways, either this side or like this. But due to this property, this is where you get the problem on the last layer. So I will explain that when we reach the last layer. There are 8 triangle shaped corners made up of 2 colors, 4 on the white side, these ones, and 4 on the yellow side. Like a 3 by 3 Rubik's cube, there are 3 layers to the shape mod. If you see like this looks exactly similar like a Rubik's cube. However, if you look like this, they change shapes. But again, you know, they have 3 layers. So with this introduction, let's go ahead and scramble the mod. We now have a sufficiently scrambled mod. As usual, we start from the white side and complete all our equivalent of star, all our edges, make a star by bringing all the white edges and also flush with the white center. Now important thing is that all the white house shaped edges should have their side colors, these colors, match with the centers on the middle layer. So in this case, the side color of this flush edge is blue and orange. I need to bring it here so that it matches its middle layer center. So find the correct center for the house shaped edge on the middle layer and align it correctly. Let's take the next edge, which is this one, and just ensure to bring it to the bottom like this. And it has an orange and green. Just match it to the center, orange and green. Just ensure to bring back the original edge here and Just rotate this 180 degrees so that your edge comes up here. So there is no algorithm involved here, and it can be done quite intuitively. You can observe the positions and put the correct ones in place. Let's do the next one. So let's take this third edge, just bring it to the bottom. This has a blue and a red side colors. Just match it with its center here. Ensure to bring back this one up, this one, and just rotate this 180 degree. So you have this one. Let's go to the fourth edge. So we have this one. So from here, just bring it down like this. And I know it should be here, red and green. Just ensure to bring back this and bring back this one. So we have our star complete. Now you will notice that each of these edges side colors are not in correct orientation with the centers. So don't worry if the edge piece and its corresponding center is not flush. We will correct them once we start solving the middle layer. Once the 4 edges are complete, we need to complete those 4 white triangle corners. So use this algorithm R prime, D prime, R, D to complete the corners. Bring the correct corner. For example, this blue corner, blue and white corner, needs to come up here. So it's already here at the bottom at that same position. So use that at the bottom and use this algorithm R prime, D prime, R, D. This last D is insignificant, but it goes in a cycle. Instead of remembering this algorithm, you can do it as right down, bottom down, right up, bottom up. Let's do this for this orange corner. Right down, bottom down, right up, bottom up. So down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, still not complete, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. So this corner is also complete. Let's go and look for the third corner. So green and white one, green and white one here. Just bring it to the bottom, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Let's go look out for the red one. Here's the red and white one. Just bring it to the bottom, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. So we are going to use the same algorithm even in the last layer to orient the corners correctly. So now all the corners are complete, oriented correctly. So we have the first layer complete. Let's go to the middle layer. There are two parts to completing the middle layer: orienting the middle layer centers correctly and completing the middle layer edges. As you can see, the middle layer centers, if oriented wrongly, are visible prominently because they are made up of two colors and the shape is different. As an example, this is the one, these ones. This particular center is also oriented wrongly because the red is on this side, blue is on this side. it has to be the other way around and has to be moved 180 degrees. In order to correct the orientation of the centers, first rotate the right side twice anti-clockwise. 1, 2, and then rotate the bottom anti-clockwise twice. 1, 2. So what this will do is to move the edges and corners out of the way of this center so that you are free to rotate this center. I know that this center needs to be rotated 180 degrees. Let me do that. I just correct this and bring back those corners and edge. So that should be down clockwise twice. 1, 2, and then right side clockwise twice. 1, 2. So you have this center correct. So let's move on to the other centers. This is oriented correctly. This is not oriented correctly. So let's do that again. Right side anti-clockwise twice. Down anti-clockwise twice. Free to move this down clockwise twice. Oops, this had to be moved 180 degree the other side. So let me take it out. Do this and bring it back and take it to the top. It's flush and the colors match. Let's do it for this one. Bring it down, take it out of its way. We need to move 90 degree anti-clockwise. Green coming on that side, red here. Just bring it back here. This matches. Bring back to the top. So all our centers are now flush and the colors match. So let's go ahead and solve the edges on the middle layer. For this, just bring the cube upside down towards the yellow side so that it's facing up now. Then find the edge which needs to fit into the right place. Since the edges on the Fisher cube's middle layer is all monocolored and is consistent rectangle shaped, we can just use one algorithm by always positioning the correct edge and move it towards the right side. As an example, this blue needs to go here, but instead of doing it on the left hand side, I just bring it to the other side and ensure to bring it to the right side like this. So we'll use this algorithm U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. So U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U and F. So we have this one edge complete. Let's go ahead and look for the other one. The orange one is here. Keep it on this side. I need to move it to the right side like this. So let me do that once again. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. So orange is done. Let's go. Okay, the green one. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. This is done. So my red one is here. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. So there you go, all the edges are now complete on the middle layer. Sometimes you may get your middle layer edge that will be in the middle layer but will be stuck in between the wrong color centers. For example, red color edge, a red color edge maybe, will be between orange colored centers, these two, and orange color center will be locked in between the red color centers. In such a situation, you can use the same algorithm we just talked about to move out this edge and then do the algorithm again to place the edge back between the correct color. So the other side, the color will come out and that edge you can put it back into the correct, between the correct centers. So let's go on solving the last layer. The first thing to do on the last layer is completing the yellow star, similar to what we do in a Rubik's Cube last layer. Generally on the standard Rubik's Cube, when the first two layers are solved correctly, you will get 3 different numbers of correct yellow edges on the top layer. It'll be 0, 2 or 4. On Fisher Cube, however, you could end up with odd number of correctly oriented house-shaped edges, 1 or 3. And some people call this parity and it comes about 50% of the times. Actually, in my opinion, it is not a parity. You should never get a parity problem in 3x3 cubes when applying a 3x3 solve. In any case, I have 2 correct edges, so I don't have that problem. So let me create that problem situation. So now I have this problem of 3 correct edges. So this problem is the result of the middle layer solve. On a 3x3 Rubik's Cube, you have to insert each of the middle layer edges in the correct orientation or they will be noticeably flipped. So this theory can be seen on this Rubik's Cube. Let me quickly flip one edge. Okay, I have this edge here. Okay, I flipped this edge. Now what you can see is there are 3 correct edges. And this is exactly the same problem what we have here, 3 correct edges. And because this is flipped, I can visibly see this. Whereas here, since all these edges are monocolored, that's why I'm not able to identify which has got flipped. So generally, if you have an odd number of edges oriented on the top layer, you also have an odd number of edges oriented in the middle layer. So to fix this problem, move out the middle layer edges and put it back after certain analysis, and this will rebalance the number of oriented edges in the middle layer and thus resulting in fixing this problem. So let me keep this aside and solve this problem. So keep this edge which is standing up in front of you and needs to be moved to the right. Use the same algorithm to bring this edge here in the middle layer. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. So this has come here. Now bring this red monocolored edge here. Again do the same algorithm to bring it here to the middle layer. So U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. So now you can see that there are 4 edges which are correct. You can watch my other short video to see how to correct when you have a single correct edge. Now I have 4 edges which are correct and the star is formed. In case you have 2 yellow edges correct, they could be either adjacent or opposite to each other. If you have 2 yellow edges adjacent to each other, then keep them in front and right and apply this algorithm F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. That will bring 2 yellow edges on opposite sides. If you have 2 yellow edges opposite to each other, then keep them on the left and the right side and apply this same algorithm. That will complete your yellow star with all 4 edges correct. Once the yellow star is complete, the edges may not be aligned to their correct middle layer centers. Let's take a look of our situation here. So I have these 2 red. Okay, if I move, it turns out in my case all these edges are actually aligned correctly to their centers, but let me bring about a situation where it is not. Okay, so I can have a situation like this where this is not aligned properly, this is aligned properly, and this is not, and these also are not aligned properly. So just find out if you have 2 edges which are correctly matching to their centers and are adjacent. So if you take a look, these green, if I move here, so these 2 are aligned to their centers and are adjacent. So if they're adjacent, then just keep them on right and back positions and do this algorithm R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. So this should correct all the edges to align to their centers. In case you have 2 edges which are correctly matching to their centers and are opposite to each other, then keep them on left and right positions and do the same algorithm. In case no edges are correct, apply the same algorithm once or twice so that the edges are permuted correctly. So once the edges are complete and flush, we can now solve the corners. For permuting the corners, we will use an algorithm, and with this algorithm, your left corner will remain at the same place and rest of the 3 corners will rotate clockwise. So let's find a corner which is in its correct location. So turns out in our case, none of the corners are in their correct location. So in case none of the corners are in their correct locations to begin with, then do the same algorithm R prime, F, R prime, back 2 times, R, F prime, R prime, back 2 times, R 2 times from any of the sides. So let's take this as our left corner and do the algorithm R prime, F, R prime, back 2 times, R, F prime, R prime, back 2 times, R 2 times. So now we see that at least this corner is correct, though it's oriented wrongly. We'll correct it later. Just keep this on the left hand side and let's do the same algorithm to rotate these other corners clockwise. R prime, F, R prime, back 2 times, R, F prime, R prime, back 2 times, R 2 times. So now we see that this corner is correct, this corner is correct, all the corners are correct now. So we have brought all the corner pieces to their correct location, but some of it may be oriented wrongly. So here you have one wrong corner, and here is, I mean, this corner is oriented wrongly, this is oriented wrongly. So use the same algorithm R prime, D prime, R, D that we used during the corners orientation on the first layer. Let's do this one. R prime, D prime, R, D, R prime, D prime, R, D, R prime, D prime, R, D, R prime, D prime, R, D. So as you can see, this has got corrected, but these other pieces have got disoriented and gone into the wrong location. Don't worry about all these. It will eventually get corrected. Just move this and bring in the other disoriented corner here and do the same algorithm. R prime, D prime, R, D, R prime, D prime, R, D. So there you go. The entire cube is complete now. Hope you enjoyed my video, and let me know in the comments in case you come across a situation and need my help. So good luck to all of you solving the 3x3 Fisher cube. This video was brought to you by my channel Ready to Think. And in my next video, I'm going to show you how to solve another interesting 3x3 shape mod. So until then, bye.